Oh, the fall of Overwatch 2?
Back at BlizzCon 2019.
So this video is called The Fall of Overwatch 2. So let's hear what Silva Malone is gonna say. I don't know if I've pronounced the name correctly. Just in case if the creator is watching this. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. It's definitely not intentional. I clicked on the video because it just caught my attention. I am a long-time Overwatch player. I started somewhere 2017, 2018 to play actively Overwatch like on a daily basis. And I clicked on your video because it's about the game that I really enjoy playing a lot.
The Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan went on stage and said that Blizzard would
redefine what a sequel means.
And oh, you sure did, Blizzard.
I hate this game! Well, welcome to the everyday experience of being an Overwatch 2 fan.
I'm going on Metacritic right now. You can see that the user score is starting to suffer further.
PVE scrapped, talent trees and long-term progression scrapped, and the only thing we're getting for PVE is archive style videos every once in a while.
It wasn't that difficult. You promise something, so you deliver it. That's all you have to do.
Overwatch
Wait,
2 is
this video was uploaded 5 days ago, and it's pretty much like so far only about the old things, okay? Oh my god, I remember that podcast. I was like watching that podcast. I remember it. By the way, SVB, very, very cool guy. Yeah, I follow him. And Flats, I know Flats also. Also very cool guy. Have seen also Frido. And yeah, sorry Samito. I don't know much about you, but I know those those three content creators here.
But how did this happen? How did Overwatch go from Game of the Year in 2016 and one of the biggest esports in the world to a
Cash grab marketing scam. A scam. SCAM. That
What do you mean scam? This is what I think this is the Samito guy, right? I don't think that Overwatch is a cash grab and a scam. Like I would like if we have to call games scam and cash grab, I would like look very carefully in the direction of gacha games with beautiful anime waifus where people spend all their money on even if they don't have money. I don't think that Overwatch is a cash grab or a scam. No.
that made them abandon the first game for years.
Well, first we need to talk about what made Overwatch popular in the first place.
Yeah!
And a huge part of that was world building. One of the best parts about Overwatch was definitely its world building.
Okay, for me it wasn't the world building. For me it was the dynamic gameplay because like I get like very easily and very fast bored by games. Like if like there is like I don't know 20 seconds of dead air, I'm getting bored. Like I need always something to happen, and Overwatch was super dynamic, super fast. There was always something going on all the time pretty much. And this is the reason why I love playing Overwatch. I like yeah, the world building is cool. That's right. But that was not the reason for me to start playing the game. Like I started playing the game because a friend told me that it's a cool game. It's a very fast game. It's a very dynamic game, and I started and I loved it. I loved the gameplay of Overwatch. This is what made me play the game, not like the heroes or the worlds. No, it was definitely the gameplay that like really caught my attention.
Some would even argue that the best part about playing Overwatch was closing Overwatch and watching a 2-hour-long compilation of all of its official cinematics. So it comes to no surprise that the feature players requested Blizzard to add the most was a fully fledged PVE campaign with a fleshed out story, and so Blizzard delivered. Sorta. They gave us Junkenstein's Revenge, a limited time PvE Halloween mode, which...
Oh, by the way, I started exactly playing the game at this time, when they released Junkenstein's Revenge. I remember, like, this was the first thing that I played when I started Overwatch, and I loved it. And, like, I was so sad when I found out that, oh, that's actually not the main game mode, that's just a side game mode. I loved that mode. I loved it so fucking much. One of my favorite event game modes. When it was removed, I was like really sad.
Sucked. And so a few months later, Blizzard
It didn't
delivered
suck!
Overwatch
No!
Uprising.
Dude, don't say that it sucked, dude. Like, don't say that it sucked. I loved it, man. I was like grinding it to... I grinded all of it. I got all of it. Like, all the rewards that you could get from this, I got all of them. I was like really hardcore grinding this, and I had like really cool teammates, and I was playing Zenyatta at that time. And I remember one of my friends was playing Torb and had Soldier Torb. Then I don't know who the other player was. It was either Kree or Anna, something like that. But it was like really good. It was like really good, and we were a very great team. And I love this game mode. I love this game mode. I don't agree when you say that it's shit. Absolutely no.
And PvE Halloween mode, which sucked. And so a few months later, Blizzard delivered Overwatch Uprising.
I remember
This one
Uprising.
was actually good. While the game mode
Yeah,
was
it was
extremely
good.
short and very simple, it had some nice features, like the variety of
It was indeed short, but like it's pretty much like the missions that we have right now in Overwatch 2. Like basically, you choose the mission and you choose the difficulty, and that's pretty much it. At least it was like that the first few years when we had it, because like every once in a while, like every year, it will come back for a limited amount of time. And I remember like later on, when the years passed, they changed it a little bit. Like they added different things, such as like when the robots got killed, they splashed lava or things like that. You know, like there were a lot of changes made to the original mode to make the difficulty more difficult, but like in a different way than like the hard or like the extreme in this game mode. But yeah, it was also a game mode that I really enjoyed, because we got a little bit more to know about Overwatch, about the Overwatch story. I liked playing this game mode.
unique objectives and enemy types which require some strategy to beat. And it was a nice preview of what could come if Blizzard put enough time and resources into it. For many years, Blizzard kept delivering these small PvE missions.
By the way, Retribution was a banger, man. Retribution was really cool because you could play as Moira, and I remember it very clearly that I was playing Moira back then. And I even, at that time, I was DPS Moira. That was a very long time ago. Like, people that know me nowadays, they know that, like, I barely play Moira, or if I play Moira, I play her on heal, mainly. But, like, back then, I was a DPS Moira, and I remember I was in duo queue with a friend, and we played with 2 randos. And, like, the randos blamed me later and said, oh my god, it's all your fault because you didn't heal us. And I was like, no, it's not my fault. Look at my kills. And then, like, my duo said to me, Nali, they're actually right. We really lost because you didn't heal enough. And I, like when like, my duo said that, like, it really opened my eyes, and I was just like, damn. And this was, like, pretty much a time when I changed my Moira playstyle. Like, after this one, we repeated it again. And we played it again, and then, like, I healed more, and then we actually won that too. We were playing it also, like, I think I played all of those modes on very hard and extreme, and I think I passed all of them. Storm Rising, I did not like that one so much, but it was more because I'm not a huge fan of the Havana map. Like, everybody who knows me knows that, like, there are certain types of maps I'm not a huge fan of, and one of them is Havana. I'm not a big fan of Havana. I'm not a big fan of Numbani. I'm not a big fan of Ilios. Like, yeah, everybody has their maps they like and dislike, and I don't think that this game mode is bad. I just didn't like the map. That's it.
PvE missions. But by the third one, they had stopped. No one knew why. In fact, updates to Overwatch as a whole slowed down in 2019, and the players kept wondering what had happened. Until BlizzCon 2019, when Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan came on stage and announced Overwatch 2.
I don't know if I should say something here, because, like, I guess I'm gonna make myself very unpopular, but, like, I was never a huge fan of Jeff. I know a lot of people from the Overwatch community like Jeff a lot, even till today, and a lot of people are defending him very hard, and a lot of people say things like, oh, the game was so much better when Jeff was, you know, the CEO, blah blah. I was never really a big fan of Jeff. I personally think the game is, like, right now in Aaron Keller's hands, and I think it's going much better. That's my personal opinion. Please don't cancel me. I like Aaron Keller a lot. I think he's a cool person. I like him a lot, and I like the way Overwatch 2 is going right now. I think they go in the right direction. So yeah, anyways, let's continue watching the video. Yeah, the announcement of Overwatch 2.
Blizzard threw a complete curveball, announcing Overwatch sequel only 3 years after its release.
Like, I personally wouldn't have done that because, like, I mean, I know that a lot of things happen in between in this period of time. So let me explain for everybody who doesn't know. When Overwatch 1 was released in 2016, it was released as a physical game, like as a game, like as a CD that was packed, you know, in a beautiful package. Because like back then at that time, people that was the way for people to buy their games and to play them, you know, like they would like go to the shop, get a physical game and put it in their PC and install it whatsoever. And during those years it started to shift a lot. Like I think even in 2016 you could already download games online without to buy the physical copy, but like in this period of time it shifted extremely. So like people much more and more people stopped like buying physical copies and like just bought like, you know, the how do you call it, the no, not virtual, the fuck, I don't find the word. how do I say that, the you know what I mean, the game files. They would like just buy the game online and download the game files. Yeah. In the Battle.net launcher. Yeah. And this is, by the way, when I got my game in 2017, I think it was end of 2017, beginning of 2018, I bought an account for Overwatch, and I don't remember how much it costed me, but it was somewhere around like $20, not more than $20, definitely not more, maybe even $15 only. And I downloaded the game from the Battle.net launcher. This is how I did it back then. I don't own the physical copy myself, but I know that like when Overwatch was released in 2016, that it was a very big thing and that it had a lot of fans and that a lot of people were coming to me being like, come on, let's play Overwatch, it's so fun, Overwatch is so fun, come, let's play Overwatch. Like a lot of my friends back then said that to me. I didn't hop on a train at the beginning, but at one point, when my ex-boyfriend wanted to take a break from the game that we were maining, he said, okay, let's go to Overwatch. So I followed him and I really enjoyed the gameplay of Overwatch. But yeah, so I also think, by the way, that this is like too fast to announce already a part 2 of the game. Like you cannot like have it like how many, 1, 2, 3 years out and announce already you know, Overwatch 2. Like, I don't know, for many other games of Blizzard it was not like that. Like for example, StarCraft, between StarCraft and StarCraft 2 was also much more time. Let me google how much time it was. StarCraft 1 release was on March 31, 1998. Okay, so StarCraft 2 release was 2010. Guys, this is more than 10 years. This is more than 10 years apart. And this is like, this is the right way to do it. But like, you don't do it only 3 years after the launch of the game. What the fuck?
Huh. So what is Overwatch 2 bringing of new to the table? The answer? A fully fledged PvE story campaign, featuring new maps, enemy types, characters, and so many other.
Yeah, so basically they wanted to make Overwatch 2 that type of a game where like it's only story based, like it's only about the story, where you only play missions and stories and things like that.
Other features. Basically, everything that the player base asked for since 2016. But wait, that's not everything. Overwatch 2 also features what the developers call hero missions, which are highly replayable PvE missions, detached from the main campaign, and there are going to be hundreds of them. And on top of that, we are also getting a new talent system, which allows the players to take their favorite character.
I think the talent system, this thing here where you could level talents, was the thing that made people mostly excited about.
and upgrade them, giving them tons of new wacky abilities and talents. But wait, that's not everything. Overwatch 2 will also feature tons of new PvP content, like new maps, heroes, and a new core game mode called Push, which is basically TF2's 5CP with extra steps. Players were excited,
Yeah.
and they had the right to be. However, this was a very ambitious project, and there's still a lot to be done. And sadly, this indie company couldn't handle working on 2 games at the same time, so they slowed.
We have to say that, like, COVID came, okay? Like, for example, like, they announced it in 2019, and, like, I think it was in 2020, at the beginning of at the end of 2019, at the beginning of 2020, when COVID broke out. So, like, you know, like, during, I don't know how it was in the United States, okay? Like, I can only speak for Europe, but, like, what I remember the working situation here in Europe was like, is that a lot of people, like, we had huge lockdowns. A lot of people had to work from home or couldn't work at all, like, depending on what your job was. Like, if it was something with, like, where you worked in an office with a computer, of course, you would have to, like, work from home. But, like, for everybody else who had to, for example, open a store, you cannot work from home. Like, in my job, you can also, like, not work from home. So, like, a lot of people were advised to, like, take holidays, or a lot of people had to, like, they didn't, you know, they couldn't work at that time. They, even if they were, like, in a contract with a company, they just couldn't work because the store had to stay closed. They were not allowed to open the store, you know, for the people. So, like, at least it was here that way. So a lot of, you know, like, a lot of institutions and a lot of companies during that time didn't really get much shit done. So, like, yeah, I think this is also a very important factor that we need to put out there, that, like, maybe COVID affected Blizzard too. Maybe they could not work as much and as strong on the project as they wanted to. Yeah.
Down work on Overwatch 1 and put all of their blood, sweat, and tears into delivering Overwatch 2. However, Blizzard wasn't gonna leave without one last bang, and so they released Overwatch's last hero, Echo. And oh boy, that last bang must have came out with some diarrhea, because this character sucks. This
Dude, no. Like, no. Echo is the only DPS hero I play. Echo is, like, the best DPS hero we had released in a very long time. Echo is, do I have to say something? Just look, like, last season ranking DPS. Like, look at it. It's all Echo. It's all Pharah, Echo, and Sojourn. Like, do I have to say something? Echo is a very OP hero. Echo is very satisfying to play. Echo is very smooth to play. I am a support main. I don't play DPS heroes, but Echo is the only DPS hero I enjoy playing. So, like, no, like, dude, like, you cannot say that Echo was shit. Echo was one of the best heroes that Blizzard has ever released in Overwatch. Really, like, when I say that as a support main, like, dude, she's really awesome. Echo is awesome. Echo is just awesome. I love to play Echo. I am very good on Echo. Yeah, I mean, I'm like not like a top 500 player or not like a GM player, but, like, considering that I never play DPS, I do very, very great on Echo, and I really love that hero. I don't think that Echo is a bad hero. Sorry, but I absolutely disagree here.
Far the most boring, annoying, and completely uncalled for character Blizzard ever gave us. But that was fine. Blizzard might have left us with a small sour taste in our mouths,
boring.
but soon enough, Blizzard would release Overwatch 2, and it would come with tons of new heroes and well, that's unfortunate. But
what?
I mean, I
Yeah, dude, I was literally talking about COVID, aka coronavirus. I was literally talking about that. This is what I was talking about.
It will reach the US. Oh no. During 2020, the whole world lit on fire,
Yeah.
and Blizzard were forced to close down their offices and switch to a work-from-home structure, which led to months and months of no progress.
Yeah.
And Overwatch
Everywhere, not only Blizzard, like even here in Europe, people did not get the progress that they wanted to, like even if they worked from home. Like there's some, as much as I don't want to bash working from home, there are certain types of things that you cannot take home, or that you're not allowed to take home because like of laws and you know, like at least here in Europe, there were many things that like people who worked from home were not allowed to do from home because it would like violate the privacy of other people, because we have like privacy laws here, and like especially like if you have to work with customers and things like that, there are a lot sometimes things that you cannot like work on from home because it will like violate those privacy laws. So I don't know how it is about for you guys in the United States, but there were a lot of companies that, as I said before, couldn't get much shit done because COVID happened.
falling well behind schedule. However, in 2021, Blizzard organized BlizzCon Line and showed a ton of new Overwatch 2 content. And oh boy, it was so much better than we thought. They showed us new maps: Rome, New York, Brazil. Different roles will now have unique passive abilities. The tank role will be completely reworked. The characters will have new updated designs. There's this new technology where sound effects sound different depending on what part of the map you are in. PvE missions will have completely different unique objectives, and some maps will have areas unique only for PvE missions. There are thousands of new completely unique enemy types. You can push your enemies around by shooting them and cause them to shoot each other, causing a ripple effect. The talent tree has now more than triple the talents. Maps can have different times of day, and some have unique weather conditions that affect gameplay. The story would branch out in different ways depending on the characters you chose to play as. Everything that was shown that day looked absolutely incredible. And even though there's still a lot to be done,
But I mean, a lot of those things made it into the game. Like we got push, we got, what was it again? New York. We got Brazil. We got a lot of things actually really coming to the game. Yeah, of course, we didn't get absolutely everything that was promised, but still, we got a lot of things. A lot of cool things.
there was a lot of hope for the game Overwatch 2 could be. 2 months later, Overwatch's director Jeff Kaplan left? Huh.
I think Jeff Kaplan left like actually few weeks before the big shit came out with the Blizzard employee that unalived herself, and which pretty much it came out that like some Blizzard employees did some how should I put it into words? I don't want this video to get like shadow banned or something like that. She got harassed by male employees to a point where like she unalived herself because it was so bad for her. She suffered a lot. She went to people to report that, but nobody took her seriously, or at least she didn't felt like she was taken seriously. This is at least from what I know. And like this scandal came out shortly after Jeff left. I remember that. I remember that very, very clearly, that Jeff left, and shortly after that shit spread all over the news.
I am leaving Blizzard Entertainment after 19 amazing years. It was truly the honor of a lifetime to have the opportunity to create worlds and heroes for such a passionate audience. Never accept the world as it appears to be, always there to see you for what it could be. Well, this is odd. Anyways, there's a new Overwatch 2 developer livestream, and the developers just announced a shift in the format from 6v6 to 5v5, and the community is extremely divided.
Dude, I was so pissed when they announced that. I was one of those people that was really not okay with that. I was like really sad when I heard about that, because like at that time I was like having so much fun, like inviting all my friends in a group, and we would like 6-stack and like queue together, and like at that time I knew, fuck, it will never be the same. Wait, I need to pick it up.
A few minutes later.
Shit, where was I again? I forgot where I was. Sorry, my phone got me really out of it. Yeah, 5v5 and 6v6. I was like very upset with that change at the beginning. Like, I mean, we only got told that it's gonna be 5v5 and not 6v6, and I didn't. I at that time I couldn't have experienced how 5v5 felt like. I just knew the game that it was 6v6, and I thought, oh, this is like something really great about Overwatch because it's like so different than any other game. I mean, like, come on, League of Legends 5v5, Valorant 5v5, like that 5v5 thing is like something you find in almost every online game, and I was really having the mindset of like, hey, we here in Overwatch we have 6v6, and that's a wonderful thing because we're different than all the other games. We're so different, we're so cool, you know. Like, I was thinking like, yeah, that's great, we're the cool people out there that have 6v6 instead of 5v5, and to then like hear, okay, it's getting scrapped, like you're not gonna get it anymore, you're not gonna have it ever again. I was like really sad about that change actually, but also, as I said, I didn't have the opportunity to try how 5v5 felt like. Now that I have been playing 5v5 for a year, I think it was a good change. It definitely makes the game more dynamic, especially for support players, because you're not so much focused on healing all the time during the entire game. Like, you finally get more opportunities to also deal damage and to get kills, which is very great. Like, it really feels like you're not only there to hold, especially as a Mercy main, to hold your stick on your teammate, that you finally can like also do other type of game, that you can like contribute more to the fight. You can also like damage boost more, you can like pull out your gun and like, you know, shoot some people if they're 1 HP. You know, like it felt like more dynamic. Like, when it was 6v6, I was like so busy all the time to like try to keep everybody fucking alive. When 5v5 came, it was not hard to keep everybody alive. It felt like actually pretty easy for me to keep everybody alive because, you know, there was like one less person to heal, and like it was just like easier to keep the overview over the entire team. Also, like, I had a lot of more time that I had to like change my entire gameplay and to realize, okay, I need to contribute more to the fight itself, not only the healing, I need also to fight back. And this really made me also try DPS heroes, and I was like really afraid before of playing DPS, and this is a time where like I actually queued as DPS and discovered Echo for myself, and Echo is really a very, very fun hero to play and a very cool hero. Like, I love Echo, and I really like how 5v5 feels like in fights. Of course, it's unfortunate because you cannot queue with that many people like before, but I think it really makes the game more exciting now that we have 5v5. It's like more dynamic.
Say it's gonna make Overwatch more balanced. Some people agree, most do not.
You think 5v5 is the solution? How about you balance your game instead next time?
But we'll
Yeah, dude, I had the same opinion. Like, I mean, you only know how 5v5 feels like if you experience it. If you don't experience it and you only get told, oh, it's gonna be one less hero in a team, of course you're gonna think that it's shit. Of course you're gonna think that it is shit. But like, you know, once we get the chance to finally play the game, it wasn't bad at all.
we'll see. And then, radio silence. Every once in a while we would get some news, but nothing big. And at one point, the radio silence got so big that even Overwatch 1 stopped getting any kind of new content. Not even skins. But it's okay, because Overwatch 2 is gonna come out with 3 whole years of fresh new content all at once.
Really?
Any day now. Any
Okay.
day now. And then one day, finally, a beta.
Yeah, I remember the beta. I played the beta, guys.
Finally, it seemed we were reaching an endpoint for Overwatch, and the starting
Oh my
point
god,
for
you know what I was really sad about? That actually people bullied 2CP out of the game. Like, 2CP, for everybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, we had a game mode that was called Assault, but nobody called that game mode by its original name. Everybody called it 2CP because it was capture the point 2 times. So like CP for capture and like 2 for 2 times, you know? Which was maps like Hanamura, maps like Hanamura was, by the way, a Japanese map. We had we had Russia, we had Temple of Anubis, we had Lunar Colony, we had by the way, I was not a huge fan of Lunar Colony, and we had Paris. I was also not a huge fan of Paris, sorry, but like overall I liked TCP. I didn't think that it was a bad game mode. I didn't think that it deserves to like get completely removed from the game. I get it that they removed it from competitive. I would have been fine with them removing it from competitive. However, I think the game mode should have stayed in quick play. Nowadays, you cannot play it in quick play nor in competitive. You can only play it in arcade on certain type of days on the week. And yeah, sometimes it can take a while until you can see that game mode in being in arcade. Yeah, I really loved that game mode. 2CP was a cool game mode, and I'm really very sad that we no longer have it. We should have kept 2CP, and we should also have push, and then just like make it appear less than all the other game modes.
For Overwatch 2. However, before the beta, Blizzard launched the first Overwatch Remix event. This event was a celebration of all of these years of Overwatch, featuring remixed versions of old skins, all limited time game modes that came beforehand.
Okay, I didn't like really the remix skins because they were just like recolored, so I felt like I didn't really like it. Also, a lot of those recolors, I didn't really like the colors they decided to make it in, because in my opinion, especially the diva skin, it did not suit her very well. That's my personal opinion, by the way. I know that a lot of people like those skins. I personally didn't like the recolored version so much, but since I had something like 700 loot boxes, I got all of them anyway, so yeah.
And most importantly, every single event skin was available for you to buy, encouraging you to waste your last credits on everything you can. We'll come back to that later. Anyways, the first beta rolled around and people were very satisfied. The game was 10 times more fun than before. Everything felt super balanced and refreshing, and the new 5v5 format...
What? No, sorry, I don't agree with that one though. Like, no. It was actually the most boring time of my life in Overwatch. Like, yeah, here once again you see how different people feel about things. I don't agree on that one. Like, the remix, I didn't really like those remix events. The only thing that I really liked was like literally right before Overwatch 1 got shut down, because I really had the opportunity to play with some great friends from the past. A lot of people returned, like as soon as the news came that like, hey, beta is already there for Overwatch 2, everybody was like, hey, we should like take the chance and play Overwatch 1 as long as it lasts. So a lot of old friends from back then came back to the game, and I had really an epic time playing together with them. But I think that was shortly after this year, what this guy is talking about. I think it was shortly after this.
was a huge success, and although there wasn't much new content, it would all come out in the official release. And then came another remix event with more skins, and then another beta, this time with the new hero Junker Queen.
Yeah, I remember playing that beta with Junker Queen. I remember it. I think I played almost every beta except the very, very, very first beta. The very first beta was like that, like only selected people got access to, and then for the other two betas, I think you could buy yourself the access. Also, like some people got selected randomly, but it was not a lot of people who got selected. I from 30 friends that I asked, only one friend got selected. Like you could apply pretty much for a beta key, and like from 30 friends that I asked, only one friend got a key. Like super randomly. Like he was not a player who played the game a lot. He was not a player who invested money into the game. Like he was like, I don't know, he was not even very active in the game, and he also wondered why he got it. But like maybe that was the strategy behind it, to give the keys to people that have quit already playing Overwatch, so that like they can somehow make the players who quit long ago return. I don't know, but like I was like very sad that I didn't get a beta key. I was very sad.
Extremely fun.
bought
then
myself
came the
later the
last
paid
remix
access.
event. We were reaching the end game, and soon everything from these
Yeah.
last years was about to culminate
I think the third remix event was like really when I had that epic time with my friends, if I'm not wrong.
in this very moment.
Yeah,
And
the end of the
then
game.
It came.
Even the best journeys end,
Sojourn.
but a new one is right around the corner.
Oh, dude, I even made a video about it. I'm gonna link it, by the way, below. Like, if you're interested... Okay, like, let me first explain what is happening here. So, like, Blizzard released a Defense Matrix update. So, basically, every player had to connect their account to a phone number. And I couldn't do that. Because, like, if you don't... Like, back then at the time, if you didn't do that, you could not log in the game. So, it was a big problem for me since, like, I'm Bulgarian, okay? Like, I am Bulgarian. I'm born in Bulgaria. I'm raised in Bulgaria. I got myself the game in Bulgaria. So, like... you know, the game... Like, I registered as a Bulgarian person in the game. However... I live in Germany. I have been living here in Germany for the past few years of my life, and I have a German phone number. And so apparently, if you have a double citizenship like I do, you are not allowed to put a German phone number on a Bulgarian account. So, like, I really struggled like with the support explaining all of that situation, and that, like, for us Europeans, it is normal to have a double citizenship. And that it's a very common thing that almost, like, I know a lot of friends of mine have double citizenship. It's a very common thing here in Europe. But, like, for Blizzard, that didn't matter. They said I need to choose if I want to stay with a Bulgarian account or with a German account. But if I decide for a Bulgarian account, I would need to get myself a Bulgarian phone number. So I really started worrying. Like, should I like call my grandma and be like, hey, grandma, can I, like, borrow your phone number and use it for my account? I was like, really, like, who should I ask? Should I ask my aunt? Should I ask my father? But, like, you know, I don't really wanted to do that, because back then I would, like, depend on their mercy to give me the verification code and shit like that, and it would be, like, very annoying for me to having always to reach out to them whenever I need that, you know. So I had to make them convert my account into a German account so that I can put my German phone number inside it. It was a very big deal. I was very, very pissed when they released that update, because, as I said, I wasn't able to log in the game. And at that time, I was not the only person with that problem. As I said, a lot of Europeans have double citizenship. There were a lot of people having the exactly same problem like I did. And so Blizzard got a lot of tickets from people during that time, of people that had the same problem like me. So it took a while for me to get a reply. I think they took like a week or two to reply to that. I don't remember anymore that clearly, but I can definitely link the video below of that experience, because I made a YouTube video about it. So I'm gonna link it so you just can watch it at the end. But yeah, it was definitely something that pissed me very off, that I was really mad about. I was like raging. I was raging, man. I was like really pissed about that. Yeah, but however, I did it.
Blizzard forced every single person who wanted to play Overwatch to associate a phone number to their account as a means to prevent smurfing, which was a huge problem Overwatch 1 had. And this isn't a bad idea. However, it better not be prepaid, because Blizzard only allows postpaid phone numbers. Unsurprisingly, people were pissed.
Yeah, I was very pissed. I was very pissed at the time.
Millions upon millions of players would be completely unable to play. Players would be
I was
forced to
so
either
pissed.
switch
I
phone
was so
providers,
pissed.
use their friends' phones, or create burner phone numbers to put their Blizzard accounts in. So now that you've borrowed your uncle's phone number, you can finally play Overwatch. Eventually,
yeah, exactly.
Overwatch 2 broke new grounds by re-implementing the exciting queue times Overwatch 1 into Overwatch 2. This time with 16 times the detail. Also, there seems to be a GDOS attack going on, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with this. Alright, so it took 3 hours.
It did. It definitely had something to do with this. It has something to do with the release of Overwatch 2. Like, people wanted it to flop. I mean, I don't even know if, like, this attack is actually a real thing. Like, I heard about it too, but, like, it's not a secret that on release day, in every game the servers are crashing because a lot of people are just trying to enter the game. Like it's not a secret. We have seen it in almost every online game on release day.
But I'm finally in Overwatch. Wait, where are my skins? Where are my emotes, my levels, my sprays? Blizzard told us cosmetics would transfer, so where are mine?
Okay, I didn't have that problem. So really sorry for that guy. I didn't have that. I think that was actually a problem very much for people that played more on consoles. Like I had a lot of my friends who played on console who got really pissed because they didn't get their things, or they just got parts of their things and not the rest of the things. Like it was like a lot of people had to submit tickets at that time.
Well, cosmetics do transfer over. It just comes down to a coin toss. Heads, you get cosmetics. Tails, you lose everything. This really has not been the best launch. Hell, it wasn't even
She did something. So sorry. This gif really got me laughing about the punch in the face. Sorry.
good launch, but it's not worth it to complain about these problems since they all got fixed in the end. So finally, what does Overwatch 2 have to offer? Not much. We have 5v5, 3 new heroes, 6 new maps, and a few reworks. That's really...
That's actually a lot. I think it's a lot. Okay, so the 5v5, that was actually not a small change as people think it is. Okay, like a lot of people think like, oh yeah, they just removed one slot. Well, it's not easy like that. They had to optimize, they had to change pretty much every hero to adapt it to the 5v5 thing. Like for example, on Mercy, they had to, you know, the healing per second, the beam, like they had to adjust it for 5v5. Like it's not the same like it was in Overwatch 1, and same goes for all the other heroes. Like so many heroes got their life bar changed. Like so many heroes got, like for example, the life of their shield changed. For Reinhardt, they changed the life of the shield. Like they changed a lot of things to make that 5v5 thing work. So it may look like a small change, but that was actually a very, very big change. Those heroes got, I heard about the Sombra rework, but like, was it really that big? Anyways, Bastion and Doomfist received a very, very big rework. About Doomfist, I'm not a huge fan of the Doomfist he is right now as a tank. I liked him more as a DPS hero, not gonna lie. Bastion, I am also not a new fan of the new Bastion. Wait, what did they say? I am not a big fan of the new Bastion. That's what I meant. Because I don't know. In my opinion, he was more OP back then than like right now. Like right now, you cannot stay for a very long time in the turret form. You always transform back, and I don't like it. And I don't know. I just think like back then in Overwatch 1, Bastion was like very, very OP. But like you had to, you know, pick a certain type of hero to counter him, and to you know, like even if he was very powerful in Overwatch 1, there were still ways to like eliminate Bastion back then. I don't know, just not a huge fan anymore of Bastion.
It. In fact, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, more content has been removed than new content was added. Tons of old...
Okay, so yeah, a lot of maps were disabled to play, so like we could not really play them. The card system, the on fire system, all of those things were removed. Like a lot of things got removed, and you know, like a lot of things that actually made the game fun to play. Like for example, the fire system, which really gives you that dopamine kick. Like that shit gave me always every time a big dopamine kick in Overwatch 1, but like they removed it for Overwatch 2, so the game felt at some points a little bit boring to play, just because it didn't have the on fire system, and just because at the end of the match you no longer had those cards. I mean, a lot of people didn't even wait until the cards popped off. They instantly like left the lobby after the match. But like I was one of the people that really liked staying until the end, and that really was happy to see herself getting a card, because as a Mercy main, you don't get like very much appreciated by your team. So like getting a card was always an honor for me. I felt like, oh wow, I healed so much, I'm getting even a card here. Like at the end of the screen with the 4 best players, I really did something, you know, like it felt like a small appreciation moment after the end of the game. Yeah.
Maps gone, XP progression gone, the workshop gone, group finder gone, endorsement.
Yeah, oh my god, the group finder is something we still don't have, man. Like, why did they remove that shit? That was so cool. I used it a lot back then in Overwatch 1 to, you know, find groups, join groups, do something together. It was really cool.
Cards gone, priority.
Yeah, that was really very shit here with the cards.
Tons of old maps gone, XP progression.
Yeah, this is like pretty much what you have right now with the battle pass. Like the battle pass is like pretty much replacing that XP thing because nobody even looked at your level, and if people did it, like they would always use that to insult you with that, saying shit like, oh, you have diamond border but you play in silver, shame on you. Like people would like use that to like harass for like having a high level but like not having a very high rank. Yeah, sad.
Gone. The workshop gone, group finder gone.
The group, this is something that was really very useful. I really think they should bring that back.
Endorsement cards gone.
The endorsement, this is what I was talking about. I was always getting one card here at the end of the game. Every game, I was always getting my card, and I was like really proud of getting my card. And you know what else was like really epic? You could even get an MVP card here. Like the MVP card was a very, very, very rare card that you got only if you were like more than 70% of the entire game on fire. Like those cards were like very, very hard to get, and I sadly I never received an MVP card in Overwatch 1. I really wanted to, I really tried to, I really wished for it to happen for me, but unfortunately it did not happen for me. Yeah.
Priority passes gone, on fire gone, arcade.
Yeah, the on fire thing was really very, very shitty that they removed. Arcade was brought back.
Rewards gone. Any
Oh, the rewards, yeah. Because you no longer have loot boxes, but like, yeah. Now you have missions, and like if you play some things in arcade, you get like battle pass points or like battle pass tiers. So it's okay.
sign of in-game progression is gone.
Gone because nobody used it, because the only, as I said, the only times people used it was just to harass others.
And on top
It was
of all
useless.
that, 3 old characters were removed for 1 month each because of bugs.
Nobody missed May, by the way.
Overwatch 2 more like Overwatch divided by 2 because half the content's missing. But something that Blizzard didn't forget to update a whole lot was the monetization.
Yeah, of course, because this game has to make money in order to exist. Of course, this is like one of the most important things. If they don't make money, they can like not, you know, continue to existing and working on new things. Of course, that's something very important. And those people worked very hard, so they, of course, they deserve the money. They definitely, yeah. Even if we didn't get everything they promised, I still think they did something very great, and they deserve to get the money for it. They have to pay the employees that worked very hard on that content.
Overwatch 2's monetization is so awful it makes me miss loot
It
boxes.
isn't. It
Overwatch
isn't.
1's
Loot boxes were so bad, dude. Like loot boxes were literally like, you would like buy 20 loot boxes, you would open them, and you still wouldn't get the shit that you wanted to get in the first place. Loot boxes were very shitty. At one point, you got loot boxes all the time for free. Pretty much like the last 2 years of the game, the loot boxes, they just lost their worth. Nobody bought loot boxes anymore. It was like, it was something that you would get every time. Like you got loot boxes if, I don't know, you got loot boxes if you had a high endorsement level. I always got like 2 to 3 loot boxes at the end of every endorsement period. You would get loot boxes if you would queue for one of the roles that were understaffed. Like for example, if you would queue for the tank role back then in Overwatch, you would get a loot box. So like, at least a lot of people had a lot of loot boxes. You would get like loot boxes for every little shit pretty much at one point. And like a lot of the people who mained Overwatch, who played it on a daily basis, at the end of Overwatch 1, they would have like 700,000 loot boxes whatsoever. Like, that was normal. But I know so many people from my community that had like so many loot boxes. And even I myself had a lot of loot boxes, and I even dedicated one full stream on like opening loot boxes, and like that shit kept on going for 4 hours straight, and I still wasn't done with all the loot boxes. Like, yeah, it is loot boxes. Sorry to say that, but like everybody who'd be like, "Oh, the loot boxes was so much better." No, it wasn't. It just simply wasn't. Like, there was no fucking excitement, because at one point, if you played that game really on a daily basis, you had already everything. You had already all the skins for all the heroes, all the sprays. Like, you just had everything that you were able to get at that point. It was not exciting for you to even open loot boxes anymore, because you had already everything. Like, I had that on mine account too. I had almost every skin for almost every hero. Like, they were at the end, I think it was like 3 or 2 skins that I couldn't get anymore, but like everything else I got it. Like, everything else I got it without big issues, you know. It was like pretty easy for me to get. I had almost everything for everybody, and it wasn't exciting for me at all to open loot boxes. People didn't even appreciate the skins anymore, because like you would just get them like that. You would get all of that for free. Of course, there were also skins that were special and where you had to pay money for them to get them, of course. But the majority of skins, you got them super easily without even wanting to get them. You got them just like that. So yeah, people just stopped appreciating the skins. People stopped appreciating the hard work that goes into those skins. And I think that right now it is much better, because at least people appreciate the skins more than back then. And yeah, once again, loot box system was very big crap. I'm happy that it's gone.
Monetization has always been extremely forgiving, mostly because the game had a price tag and their money didn't come solely from cosmetics. But now that the game is free, skins from 6 years ago cost $19, emotes $5, these useless things that can't even be seen by other players $7.
Yeah, I know that it sucks right now that you have to pay for things that you got in the past for free, but like, if you think carefully, like, there were people there that spend a lot of time working on creating those things that like didn't get, you know, anything out of it for creating it in the past. So of course it makes sense to like start making money with those things. I mean, like, if you like, imagine you are a 3D modeler and you work for that big company, and like you put so much effort into creating new skins and weapon charms and, you know, emotions and like all that type of content, you know, and then like they're giving it for free to all the players. Like, yeah, it just feels really shit, you know. Like, at least right now, people are gonna appreciate those type of things more. The reason why Pink Mercy skin is so popular is not because it's so beautiful. No. It's because it's very rare and because you can no longer buy it. So like, people are willing to spend suddenly huge amount of money just to get an account of a Pink Mercy skin. It's not because the skin is like so much more different than any other skin. It's not because it's like so much more beautiful and so much more special. No, it's just because it's something you can no longer get. It's like something that is like really... it created a hype because it's like something limited. It was sold only at a limited amount of time, and like the people who got it, and everybody else who didn't get it never pretty much got the chance to ever get it again. So this is why Pink Mercy is so popular, not because the skin is really that cool. I have it myself. I don't like playing Pink Mercy anymore. At the beginning when I got it, I loved playing Pink Mercy, but back then at the time, Mercy didn't have as much skins as like right now. She didn't have as many cool skins like right now. And back then at the time, Pink Mercy was like one of, you know, the beautiful Mercy skins, but now we have so many more beautiful skins for Mercy. I personally don't play Pink Mercy anymore, only if like community members would ask me, hey Nally, could you like equip the Pink Mercy? I would like to see it in action. Then I do it for them. But like, usually when it comes for me, when I play on private, I never do it. I don't like that skin so much. It's always like that. Like, people always, you know, appreciate the things that are hard to get, and like, if something is easy to get, people don't appreciate it.
This pack of Lucios costs more in-game than in real life. This is ridiculous. These things were free back in Overwatch 1. 90% of the player base had them, and the 10% that didn't have them got them in the Overwatch Remix events. I repeat, Blizzard is charging us $19 for something that was free.
Yeah, it was free, but like, it should not have been free. You know, like the reason why so many things back then were free was because the game was a paid game and people had to buy accounts. So like Blizzard was like still making money. But like when they decided to like release the game open for everybody to no longer charge money per account, they need obviously to make money in other ways. So like that's the only way to go. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
Week ago. But oh, this isn't even half of it. We also got the Battle Pass, which wins the prize for the worst Battle Pass I've seen in my life. No.
Like, I completely 100% disagree with this one because the first Battle Pass that we got was the best Battle Pass, in my opinion, that we ever got. Like, currently we're on Season 6 in Overwatch 2, and I have seen also some of the other Battle Passes coming, and if I compare that to all the Battle Passes that came after the first Battle Pass, in my opinion, there was not even a single Battle Pass that had the same type of quality or the same type of cool content like this one. Like this one really had a lot of cool things, a lot of very, very nice things, and in my opinion, like here for this Battle Pass, at the end of the Battle Pass at level 80, you got the Cyber Demon skin for Genji, and in my opinion, this is still the best skin in the entire game. There is no better skin in the entire game. Genji has officially the most baddest, the coolest skin of the entire game, and like the skin that was at level 80 for the other Battle Passes that came after that, they were also cool, but they were not that cool like Cyber Demon Genji. So I completely disagree on this one.
5 good skins, 3 free ones, and the rest is pure garbage. Leveling up is a complete chore and takes ridiculous amounts of time. And if you think this is okay because at least it doesn't affect the gameplay, you're wrong. Because the newest heroes are all part of the Battle Pass. And you can't even get them unless you buy them or...
You can get them. You can still get them. You don't need to buy the Battle Pass in order to get them. You can still get those heroes.
Grind 50 hours to get them, so you can't even play the game right if you don't have the Battle Pass. And the cherry on top, this pass is...
Like, the thing is, people always think like, oh yeah, if I have the new hero, I'm gonna be so much better, I'm gonna be popping off, I'm gonna be top 500. Yeah, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. If you start playing a new hero, you need to learn first how to play that hero. Like, you cannot expect that like on day number 1 you're gonna play like a huge pro just because you play a new hero. Like even most of the time when, like for example, season 1, I bought the Battle Pass, I got Kiriko. Dude, I was like doing so much better on Mercy. I would like do much better input to the game by playing Mercy, but like I decided to go on Kiriko to learn how to play her, and it took me a while to like, even when I got to a point where I was like halfway decent on Kiriko. And still like even Kiriko could never compete with my level on Mercy. Kiriko is a cool hero, but like still I have on Mercy over 1,000 hours. On Kiriko at that time I had like 25 hours, and of course you cannot play that great on a hero that you just played for 25 hours compared to a hero that you played 1,000 hours on. So I don't get that point of like that it would be unfair. No, it's not unfair. It is not unfair. In my opinion, it's not unfair. Not only because you can still get the hero if you go to the mall. I mean, if you go to the shop, you can still get the hero. Like, there are hero missions that you have to complete to unlock the heroes. You can still get them. It's not just that, but also like the fact that like you would think, oh, new hero means like automatically that somebody has better chances. No, that's not true. That's not. No, I don't agree. I don't agree with that one.
Isn't even refundable, and this is what Overwatch 2 has to offer. But hey, at least the game is more fun now.
It is. It definitely is. It
so
is.
far, Overwatch 2's only saving grace is that it's a lot more fun than the first game, which is true. However, not even that would last. We would quickly see a huge drop in the quality of the content published.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever, of course. Like, how should I say? Like, of course, like if you, like, let's say you get a spaghetti. Let's say you get spaghetti carbonara, and you eat the spaghetti carbonara for the first time, and you think, "Oh my god, this is such a banger, man! Like, this is so good. I'm gonna eat that shit every day." And then you eat it like 3 months straight. Of course, after 3 months, you're gonna be like, "Oh, dude, man, I don't know. I don't feel like." I don't feel like I want to eat spaghetti carbonara anymore. Yeah, of course, if you have done that for the past 3 months every day, like at one time the point will come where you just feel annoyed by having to do that. It will just feel boring. It will just feel shitty for you. You will just not enjoy it anymore as you enjoyed it the first time. That's normal. That's how life is.
Such as the new hero Ramatra, who features.
That's why an online game always needs to be updated from time to time so that like it doesn't get boring to you.
Engaging gameplays such as 1. Shield, 2. Shoot, 3. Block.
Dude, I don't get what his problem with Ramatra is. Ramatra is super cool. I feel like this guy was very much like, dude, let's make one video where I just rage against everything. Like, I don't get what your problem with Ramatra is. Like, Ramatra is such a cool hero, dude. Like, let Ramatra be. There are so many people that enjoy playing Ramatra.
How fun. Blizzard also decided to backpedal on their decision to lower CC and decided to instead revolutionize the whole concept of CC by allowing your teammates to CC you instead.
Come here, will you?
Oh no.
Yeah, that could be very shitty, but dude, that ability actually saved my lives a few times. Like, I played with like that was everybody's biggest fear when like Life Waver was released. That like he would abuse that ability to like impact the game in a shitty way. And yes, it can happen, but I have to say I played a few times with really cool Life Waver people, and like they saved my ass a few times by pulling me back, which I was very, very thankful for.
Okay, I'm wasting time. Get this. Huge.
However, Blizzard also made good changes, such as finally featuring currency in the Battle Pass. But wait, this currency isn't the currency you think it is, and is instead
it's a playable currency. It's the Overwatch credits. Yeah, they're okay. There are Overwatch credits and Overwatch coins. So like this is the premium currency that you would like get with real money, and this is the in-game currency that you pretty much don't get with real money. But like with this Overwatch credits, you can buy a lot of things in the game right now. There's still a lot of things that you can buy with that. You cannot buy everything with that, but there are a lot of things that you can spend that Overwatch credits on.
Type of currency that is there to simply trick people into buying the battle pass thinking it's refundable. This isn't even the worst part. The worst part is the newly improved competitive mode. For starters, the SR system is completely broken. Sometimes you can win 5 games in a row in D rank, or you can win 3 games.
Okay, this is one point where I completely agree with the guy. The ranking system is really dog shit. It really is. Like I could say so much about the current rank system, but like I don't know, it would make the video go for like I don't know, maybe 5 more hours. Like I could literally write a fucking book about like how broken the Overwatch ranking experience is. But like it would just make everything too long. But like let's put it short. The matchmaking is broken. Like the matchmaking is broken. The way your rank gets updated is very weird and looks broken. Like the entire ranking system, like I don't like it. I still don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. The way it was before, in my opinion, was so much better because with the SR, you always knew where you were at. Now, you know somewhere where you could be somewhere, but like you still don't know what your teammates are. You still don't know what is happening. Yeah, you kind of pretty much know like the average rank of the lobby, which gets displayed at the beginning of the game. You know, okay, this is a diamond game, this is a plat game, but that's all you get to know. And I don't know, like overall, the matchmaking feels very unbalanced for me.
Lose 4 and rank up, and some people get randomly put in the lowest rank possible, no matter what they do.
Boys got put in bronze. Shit. Well, buddy, life is unfair, I guess.
So how did Blizzard fix this?
Shit.
They hit other people's ranks. And your own too. So now your rank only updates after 5 wins. And on top of this, Blizzard added a new feature to ranked play called involuntary smurfing, which is when diamond or higher players get put in lobbies with silvers or bronzes, because the matchmaking is completely broken. As for the rest of the new features, a lot of them seem to be missing. Actually, upon a closer inspection, a lot more is missing than I initially thought. The rest of the new maps, the new flag cosmetic...
Yeah, that one map that you see here, that is missing because it was made for 2CP originally, but since they decided to... Wait, is that the Swedish map? I don't know. But anyway, the thing is that there was one map that was like designed for 2CP, and it was like made before they decided to remove 2CP from the game. So like this is the reason why one of the maps could not be included and had to be overworked. I don't know if it's this map, however.
The new flag cosmetics, and most importantly, the PVE.
Yeah, the PVE was really missing at the beginning of Overwatch. They added it later, however, it wasn't as they promised. But like for me, like I am personally a long-term Overwatch player, and I love the game for the way it was, for the way the main game mode is. So like, you know, like all those extra mini game modes were never really that exciting for me in the first place. I mean, yeah, PvE sounded cool. I would be okay with getting it. I would be also okay with not getting it. I think that affected more people who wanted to experience Overwatch in a different type of way. For people who love the Overwatch lore and the Overwatch world, but like didn't like the gameplay. But once again, that is not affecting me, so I cannot really say much about that. I played the PvE, it was okay. It was only 3 missions. Okay, only 4 missions. It was not much, but from what I heard, it's gonna get updated very soon.
Earlier, calling Overwatch 2 half a game, but in all honesty, that's all it was, half a game. And so the players asked Blizzard, what happened to all of these promises? And to all of these questions, Blizzard replied, do not worry, we are delaying these features until the full release of Overwatch. However, it will come soon, and it will fix everything. That's right.
I think at that point, they probably did not know that it wouldn't work out as they planned it to be working out. Yeah, anyways, the big announcement came and things changed in a negative way, because what they said in that announcement was pretty much like that the PvE is not gonna be like they promised it's gonna be. And yeah, but and a lot of people actually said that like, oh, it's cancelled. Well, no, it didn't get cancelled. It was just not as promised.
Unlike what you may think, the game is still only in early access, and disappointed yet hopeful, the players echoed what Blizzard had told them. The PvE is still coming. Blizzard cut corners in the multiplayer so they could deliver the PvE. Everything will be fixed with the PvE. It will all be clear once the PvE comes. The PvE will bring Overwatch back into Overwatch.
What?
Is the PvE. Just wait for the
no,
PvE.
No, I don't think that they ever said something like, we're cutting from the PvP to like work more on the PvE. I don't remember something like that to ever being said. No, like, no. I don't remember that, sorry dude. I don't know if that's even correct. You can feel free to correct me in the comments. Maybe I'm just missing out something, but I don't remember anybody saying, oh, we're gonna cut the PvP so that like we can put all in the PvE and make the PvE a great experience. I don't remember anything like that. I even remember the opposite, that at one point they said, hey, we decided to work harder on the PvP, and then like release the PVE not as we promised. Like, I remember it even being the other way around.
We will have so much fun when the PvE will comes. The PvE is what this year arrives. Everything is finished.
But my head is exploding! What the fuck?
But when will the PvE arrive? Very soon. Just be a little patient. We have to wait so it's good. Keep on waiting. It will arrive just later. A little we have to wait so it's good. Just be a little patient. Keep on waiting.
My head is exploding.
So we waited for news. Days passed. Weeks passed. Months passed. And then one day, finally, it came.
I think this is the dev stream, yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
announced Overwatch 2 in 2019, and a part of that presentation was about this always-on, deeply replayable PvE experience. And as work slowly continued on Overwatch 2, we began to pull more and more of our focus and energy away from the live game and all of the people that were playing it.
But at the same time, development on the PvE.
I think like the live game, the PvP is the most important part about the game because it's still the core of the game. Like, it's still what Overwatch is and what Overwatch has been for so many years. Like, you don't want to like abandon the PvP and focus fully on the PvE and to disappoint all the current player base of Overwatch that have been supporting Blizzard for all this time and all those years. that would be such a major mistake, like if they pull everything out of the PvP and like put all the effort in the PvE. Like a lot of long-term players who always, you know, defended Overwatch and Blizzard would probably get very pissed if they would have done that. So I'm very happy that they didn't do it that way and that PvP is getting now more attention.
Experience, really.
And probably I'm gonna even get cancelled for that, but like that's my personal opinion, guys. You don't have to agree with that or me. I know that a lot of people were very excited for the PvE, but once again, that's my personal opinion. I was never really excited about the PvE in the first place. I played Overwatch for the PvP and for the dynamic gameplay it was, so yeah, please don't cancel me over that, since it was never really something that I was excited about.
It hasn't made the progress that we would have hoped. The team has created a bunch of amazing content, but unfortunately the effort required to pull all of that together into a Blizzard quality experience that we can ship to you is huge. And so we're left with another difficult choice. Do we continue to pour all that effort into PvE, hoping that we can land it at some point in the future? Or do we stick with this set of values we've aligned on and focus on the live game and focus on serving all of you? With everything we've learned about what it takes to operate this game at the level that you deserve, it's clear that we can't deliver on that original vision for PvE that was shown in 2019. What that means is that we won't be delivering that dedicated hero mode with talent trees, that long-term power progression. Those things just aren't in our plans anymore.
RIP.
3 years. We waited for 3
I think we waited actually for more than 3 years, but okay, let's just let the 3 be.
years. 3 years of emptiness, loneliness, despair, all
It felt more like 5 years.
waiting for the big day, and what did we get? A bunch of broken promises. Where did all of your work go? Where is everything you've shown us? We gave you so much time, and you gave us nothing.
That's not true. They gave us a lot.
At this point, Blizzard lost whatever little trust they had left, and less money than ever was entering their bank accounts. They had officially entered damage control, and things got so bad that they shut down the Overwatch League. Yeah, things got so bad.
Okay, so like the thing is that like about esports, I heard, I don't know if that's true, but like that's at least what I heard. I heard that a lot of esports teams, even of other games, are currently going downhill. Like that the entire esports industries is going pretty much downhill. So yeah, I wouldn't like fully put the blame only on Overwatch for that. I mean, yeah, like Overwatch League is getting removed, but which is very sad, but I don't think we should put all the blame on Overwatch for that.
That one of the biggest
I mean, it's probably gonna bring even more opportunities in the future for more exciting tournaments or like other types of, you know, battles for players. I don't think that it has to be seen as something super duper bad. Instead, I see it as an ending, and hopefully as a new beginning. That hopefully those players are gonna get something better coming for them.
Sports in the world shut down their biggest tournament and paid each team $6 million to leave. And so Blizzard pulled their last card out of their sleeve. They would take some of the little crumbs from the PvE they spent years working on, along with some new content they had been working on, and release it all in one big update that would fix all of Overwatch's problems. We would get new maps, India, Gothenburg, New Junk City, along with a new core game mode called Flashpoint. We would get 3
The new game mode still feels very weird to me, because like, dude, you always confused, like, wait, where is the next point again? Like, you're like looking around confused. Yeah, the new game mode feels very confusing to me, at least for right now. Maybe with the time, if I play it more often, it's gonna get better.
Separate missions from the PvE campaign that was promised, along with a new PvE mode that came from the cancelled hero missions the devs recycled. We'll get a new support base around Sunlight.
Lowry is good.
Tons of new balance fixes. We'll finally get some much needed progression along.
Like, okay, about the hero progression. Unpopular opinion coming in. Alert! Please, please don't watch that. If you like the hero progression, please just skip to another part of the video. Skip. If you want to skip till the end of the video. I don't like it. I don't like it because, in my opinion, it's not something we really need to have. Like, in my opinion, it's completely unnecessary, because, like, you have all the information already in the career profile. Like, you don't need to get a level on your hero to know that, like, you can play that hero very well, or that you have spent a lot of time playing that hero. Like, all you need to do is to open your own career profile and to see, you know, to click on how much time you spent playing what heroes, and then you know it. Like, you don't really need it. Like, you even have like substats and things like that. Like, if you set a special hero, like, you can pretty much choose the hero, and then, like, you can even see the substats. For example, on Mercy, it's like how much average your offensive beam is, how much average your healing beam is, how much your average healing is, how much your max healing was. Like, you get so many substats, like everything about the heroes. And, like, if you pay attention on these stats, like, you can improve your gameplay a lot, and you get all the informations that you need to know. Like, in my opinion, this here is completely unnecessary. It's just another annoying thing to click away for me. Like, for me, like, you get so many things that you need to click away after the game. Like, you have the battle pass that you need to click away. When you finish a competitive game, you have to click on, you know, on the victory to accept, you know, like, it shows you the window where it shows you did another victory in the process. Then you have to accept this shit here. It's just too many fucking windows you need to close before you can go to the next game. For me personally, as a long-term Overwatch player, this is a very annoying feature that I don't need it, and I don't see any use in it.
With a lot of new cosmetics. We'd get a new solo training mode where people can learn how to play different heroes and compete with each other to see who completes the different challenge courses the fastest. And I don't care about any of this. It was around this time that I realized.
Okay, dude, we agree on this one. I also don't care about any of this, because I know I'm a great Mercy. I know that, like, after 1,000 hours on Mercy, I have to be a pretty decent Mercy, because if I wouldn't be, then, like, something's wrong with me. Like, I don't need all of that. Like, I don't, like, if you wanna do something like that, you just go Mercy parkour, and then you do your Mercy parkour. Like, you have already done. You had it all the time already. Like, in those experimentational game modes created from players for players. So, like, need this. Like, if I wanted to trade my Mercy mechanics, I would like just like type Mercy parkour and I would get inside. And like there are also a lot of parkours for other heroes. Like you have Genji parkours, you have Doomfist parkours. There is like so much that like you can do. Like you don't need all of that.
We were trapped in a loop. The players would get disappointed by Blizzard, Blizzard would respond with more promises, the player base would get happy, and then Blizzard would underdeliver on their promises. Currently, we are here, and if my theory is correct, Blizzard is about to disappoint us. And I was correct.
What?
Don't get me wrong, what we got was very good and high quality. The new hero is extremely fun and engaging, and the PvE missions we got were a significant improvement from Overwatch 1. So why
Yeah, everybody said that like the quality of the missions was very, very, very good. Like everybody praised it. My personal issue with that was that like it was only 3. Like you paid money for that and then you got only 3 paid missions and 1 free mission. I mean, the free mission is free for everybody, but still, like, it felt a little bit like, dude, did they really pay money for like 3 missions that I played in only 1 hour? Like, it felt a little bit like, oof, you know, it felt like a very disappointing feeling. Even though the quality was good, like, I don't know, for me, they should not have released only 3. In my opinion, they should have released more. Should have released 5 or 10 or 15 maybe. Because right now, haters and people have again a reason to bash on Blizzard. Because like right now, people will be like, oh yeah, we gave so much money for it and what did we get? Only 3 missions. You know, like people once again have something to put the blame on Blizzard for doing that to Overwatch. And it just sucks. It just sucks. Like, I would have done it in a different way personally. But overall, like, I enjoyed playing it. I had fun playing it. It was just disappointing when I realized, oh shit, it's already over. I know that, like, we're gonna still get more missions in the future, but still, at that point when I realized, oh shit, that's literally the end of it, I was like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting it to be over so fast.
Did I not care for it? Because you have to pay for the Overwatch Invasion bundle, which is what gives you access to more than half the content of this update. $15 is the price. And what do you get with these $15? You get 1,000 Overwatch coins, which you can use to get the new battle pass with a new hero, and you get 3 PvE campaign missions, which total out for about an hour of content.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Disappointing. When you look at the roadmap for the
That's
Invasion
exactly
update,
what I
it
said.
honestly looks decent. But this is what it looks like if we take out the monetization upgrades, along with the recycled content, the delayed content, and the invasion bundle. This is it. About 30% of what was actually promised. The game also launched on Steam, which allowed players to finally uninstall that horrible...
Oof, I don't know, like, the thing with Steam was literally a place where like everybody just dumped all their frustration and their, you know, their feelings about getting disappointed. It had a lot of negative reviews, and like, for me, it made me very sad. As somebody who loves Overwatch, it made me very sad, guys. It made me very sad. And I know I can understand everybody who is upset with Overwatch and Blizzard, but I think it was too much. I think it was a little bit too much. Like, I think limits were crossed there. I think a lot of people didn't like even write like real reviews. They would just write something like, hey, I'm doing my part, or like, I am doing it for all of us. Like, a lot of people would just like go with the flow because of cancel culture, because like that's how cancel culture works. Like, so a lot of people would like just go with the flow without ever having played Overwatch, without ever having anything to do with Overwatch. They would just like, you know, write a hateful review or like a troll review, just like to make more negative reviews on Steam, to make everything look more bad than it already is. Yeah, it's even more sad because like people that actually really care about the game, that really took time to write an honest review where they really said what they like, what they don't like, what needs to be improved, those important reviews are going completely under, and that's the sad part about it.
clunky Blizzard game launcher they were forced to use before. However, If you buy the Invasion bundle through Steam, you won't even get anything. For the first day of the Invasion update, players would buy the Invasion bundle through Steam and not get anything in return.
Oh shit,
$15 to the trash can, and all you could
Really?
do was wait until Blizzard fixed it. This is embarrassing.
It's not good.
I'd honestly like to see this game succeed, but I think that it never will, and that's because of two things: promises and greediness. Overwatch 2 was buried in so many unfulfilled promises that will most likely never be fixed, and no matter what Blizzard gives their player base, it will never be enough. And the fact that the higher-ups at Blizzard only care about trying to get as much money out of our wallets as they can completely halts whatever chance Overwatch had at ever becoming better. I spent years with this game, and I honestly don't want to spend any more time with it. I've already wasted so much energy in this thing that at this point I would rather play literally anything else. Games that were actually made with love and offer something new that can't be found anywhere else.
Okay, then just go play something else. Like, dude, nobody's like forcing you to continue playing Overwatch. Like, I get it, you and many others are disappointed, but like, if you don't feel like playing Overwatch, just don't do it. Like, same goes for me. Like, I have sometimes days where I don't feel like playing Overwatch, and then I just play Genshin Impact or any other game out there. It's okay. Like, as I said, you cannot eat everyday spaghetti carbonara, right? Like, I mean, wait, how do people? I think people call it pasta carbonara, but yeah, here in Germany we say spaghetti carbonara. So yes, as I said, you cannot eat every day the same thing. Like, at one point, it will like get boring for you. You will want to eat something else, maybe a sandwich, maybe if it's not a sandwich, maybe you want to eat I don't know, fruits, ice cream, sweets, something else. Yeah, I get it. It's okay. It's not something bad that you, at that point, you feel like you want to play anything else in Overwatch. That's okay. It's not something bad. I have moments like that too.
And this is not it. This is the time I say goodbye to this chapter of my life. But before that,
oh, really?
if any Overwatch developers are watching this, I would like to say one thing.
Okay.
Even though I feel disappointed, lied to, and scammed, I still appreciate the work you put into this game. I am aware you truly cared about Overwatch, and it was fully the fault of the higher-ups the game turned out the way it did. You guys did a great job with what you were given, and I can only hope that you will one day find freedom and make something that everyone will love, including you.
Okay, I think that's a very great way to end this video. After bashing them straight for 20 minutes to say that he appreciates it. I mean, that's a good way to end it, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's the end already. Okay, cool. I appreciate the opinion of this person, and I appreciate the fact that they decided to voice their concerns and opinions and make a video about it. I appreciate that. There were many things that I didn't agree on, and many things I agreed on with. Yeah, it is what it is. We cannot share the same opinion on everything. But yeah, it was actually a good YouTube video. I really enjoyed watching your YouTube video. Thank you therefore a lot, and I hope you will not get mad at me because I see some things in a different way than you. Please don't get mad at me. I really enjoyed watching your video. So yeah, thank you very much for this video. Okay guys, so we're coming to an end. If you liked and enjoyed this video, please go to the original video. I will link it below. It's from Silva, and you can click on thumbs up, and you can also leave a follow for Silva. It was a very entertaining video. Thank you therefore very much. And also I'm gonna link below the video with like the defense matrix system, or like you needed to confirm your mobile phone number, and I will also link the video of the release of Overwatch 2 and how my gaming experience was. And thank you also very much to everybody who's watching this video, to everybody who doesn't cancel me for my personal opinion on the game, and for me sharing my personal experience with Overwatch. Please don't cancel me. Also, thank you very much for watching another video of me, everybody who watched it. If you wanna if you want YouTube to push this video out more, please support me with hitting the thumbs up button and for leaving a comment in the comment section. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.